That's a hit. Do it again. That's a hit. There you go, 200 yards. That's one. That's right there. All right, so we are unboxing the parts. There are 3 parts or 3 boxes that come inside one big box. And one is the grip, vertical grip, and the bar connector. All right. So the connector bar is supposed to give you more rigidity on the chassis. Also, that bent right here, it's a bend in there. You get to see it. Allows you to put your hand under the chassis to adjust the bag without hitting your knuckles and things like that. Very nice touch. I like this. Came with an MDT card. You can always use some encouragement. That's a mint. And you can read down there. Very nice, nice touch. It also has an MDT sticky or sticker. Information where to connect the bar. And some instructions on the back. Very nice. And there it is, guys. We'll put this together in a few minutes. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, stand by now for the Bustock. All right, here's the Buttstock. Has another MDT decal. I like these decals. I'll put them on my bags, on my hard plastic case. Here are the instructions. 5/16 wrench, and it tells you need 45 pounds of torque. And over here, guys, man, look at this thing. The camera is moving. I hope I don't knock the camera out. This is the Bustock. This thing is beefy. Very beefy. Nice and heavy. All right. Let's see. All right, continuing with the Buttstock. Has some half moon washers. I'll find the instructions of where this goes. And underneath this foam, guys, look what is in here. Nice beefy tool. This is a 5/16, and I believe this tool right here allows you to adjust just about everything on that Bustock and put the rifle and chassis together. All right, stand by. Next thing is the chassis itself. Here is the chassis. Let's see. It has another sticky or decal. Here are the instructions to tell you how to put your action. I'm sorry about that, guys. There you go. Nice laminated color. It gives you all the information you need. It says adjust to 65 pounds. Okay. And on the back has the instruction. The magazine latch release is adjustable. So we'll go over in details later. And inside here is the chassis itself. Look at this thing. Nice. I like it. Solid. Very solid. Magazine latch. Let's take this out. Oh, sorry about that. Here it is. I got it this color because it matches my, well, it matches a little bit with the scope. Here's the magazine latch. I don't know if I'm going to adjust it or not. We'll see after we try it. What else is in this box? Oh, yeah. These are thumb rests. They'll go on both sides of the chassis, so you to place your thumb. That's pretty good, and get your thumb away from the chassis itself, so you only concentrate on the trigger. And that little tape is to put right here if you like. It's not mandatory, but you can put it right here, and it'll let you know a reference point where you can always keep your finger, you know where it is, so you can go to the trigger. All right, folks, and that's it. The straight grips in the bar, the chassis, and the buttstock. All right, let's put it together, and we'll show you what it looked like. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. One more thing, guys, I forgot to tell you that it comes with these plastic dowels that you can use inside here. I don't know if you can see very well. Inside here, you can install them on this side and both sides, and that is if you got an undersized magazine. There you go. You can actually put those in there to have the magazine, to prevent the magazine from moving from side to side. Very nice. And it has this strip, it's an aggressive strip that you can put on the bottom of the chassis right here, right on this area, right in there. If you do PRS and you want to put that on the bag and prevent your rifle to slide back and forth on that bag, it gives you a grip. All right, and we are back. So here is the chassis complete. Was not too difficult to put together. You have some instructions for each part, though I ran into some quirks. I don't say there are issues. There are no issues. It was easy to install. However, I want to give you step by step of what I did to get it to work. And hopefully, if you ever get one of these, you will be prepared to put it together. It will take you less time. Very nice chassis. I think it weighs about 6.5 pounds. The information online says that from here to the tip of the forend is 19 inches. I measure and I got about 18 3/4. I guess if you round it up to 19, that would be 19 inches. So the B14R will be going into this chassis, the Action. And I believe that barrel is 18 inches, usually it's a little shorter. So I know it's going to be a little short here, but I have a compensator coming up that is going to take it another 1.5 inches to make it look better. Aesthetics is that you want to call, but we want functionality. So stand by. I'm going to go from the back of the chassis to the front and took a few notes to share with you that hopefully will help you if you ever buy one of these to put it together. So stand by. Let's look at the buttstock. All right, so here's the buttstock. A lot of adjustability over here. Let me point it in. This is a spacer. I think it's 3/4 of an inch. You can take out. I'm gonna leave it in there because you have pull adjustment and adjustments of pull. And all you have to do is, let me see if I can do it without knocking out the camera. Turn these loose. Then it has a spring. Push it in. And there you have it. It'll come right out, back in. Then you just tie it up. The same thing goes for the cheek riser. You turn it loose. Right, let me see here. I got this band-aid, turn it loose. Press on this button with a spring. Hold on a second. All right, I didn't pull it out out enough. Didn't unscrew it out enough. So there we go. Then press. Sorry, I moved the camera. Then press this. And then you just tie it up. Push it down. There it is. All right. So that's the buttstock. So let's talk about the buttstock. Some of the things that I ran into it or that I want to share with you guys that might make your life easier if you ever put one of these together. So this is the 5/16 inch, 5/16 hex key, and this key is to install the bolt on the stock to the chassis itself. So let me give you a look on the other side and show you how this hex key fits in. So I put this tape here so you guys will remember that there is let me move this tape real quick. There we go. If you might not see very well, but there's like a little indentation here. Indentation. Yeah, maybe I spell it right. I mean, pronounce it right or wrong. But that indentation is to use the key. And you can see the key goes in an angle. So if you can see, the key is right in on the chassis. So I advise you to put some tape here so you don't scratch it. I scratched mine a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. It will survive. And I got some notes here on the Buttstock. That this 5/16 hex key, of course, that you saw, that's included. It's a beefy hex key right there. It's included in the package. So as I mentioned, it goes on the side of the chassis. So it goes in an angle, and you might want to put some type of tape on the indentation here, as I mentioned, so you don't scratch your nice looking chassis. That's one of those things that I've found out. The instructions doesn't tell you that it's going to go in an angle. So there you have it. When you put the Buttstock in, the key, hex key, will go in an angle. All right, let's talk about the grip. All right, the grip. So talking about the grip here, the instructions say, or says, that the bolt that goes in the plastic post is a 5/32, but it's actually a 3/16. All right, so just to remember, to put the grip on the chassis, the post where the grip slides into, of course, it's plastic. You have to be careful with it, but you have to take this rubber cover grip, and of course you got to take these 2 screws out, and then take the rubber grip, put it in, and use the bolt that comes with it. There's a bolt that came on the thread, but that's not the bolt. The actual bolt is longer. I guess that was just to keep the thread from being damaged during shipping. So, and then you put this on, and the nice thing is you can angle this back and forward. You can go online and see more details on that. The bar right here, rigidity bar, also allows you to put your hand under here. And when you are holding that bag and you're moving your hand back and forward, you won't be rubbing it against it. All right. Some of the other chassis, you're always bumping into the bag or into the chassis itself. So there's a plug, plastic plug that comes in here, has a screw on one side here and another screw on the other side. And it comes right out, and that goes in. There's no torque specification for this. So I think I torqued the grip to 17 pounds. And I think I torqued these screws right here and right here to 7 pounds. All right. All right. So let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Oh, yes. The plug that comes in here protecting that slot is a flathead screwdriver. So you're going to need one. Of course, you probably have one of those in the house. Just about everybody has one of those, a Phillips or a flathead. All right. So let's move on forward on the chassis. All right. So here is the magazine release latch. It's a little tight, but I think after use it will loosen up. So I already tested a mag in here. No problem going in or out. Inside here, you probably can see it, but let me see if I can point it out with the stick here real quick. If you see those in there, see those slots they got in there? It has two in the front right there. Those are for some plastic dowels. If you have some magazines don't fit in correctly and they wiggle left and right. I just tested the Bergara, the OEMs, and he fits nice and snug. Very little play on the sides. So that's a nice feature. And also, let me see if I can turn these around without knocking anything out. There we go. So over here, you see there is a, well, actually there's a screw right here, a small screw. And there's a screw here. You turn this loose and you can lower or raise the magazine release latch. Okay, nice feature right there. The rest of it right here on the fore end, it is an Arca rail built in, and it has these little slots. There are certain accessories now that once you slide it in and out, they have slots that were locked in and make it more secure. All right. And of course, it has all these end locks on the side. It has a two screws here for accessories, slot built in, threaded already. The same thing on the other side right here, if you can see them, and the same slots. Let's see what else here that is important. And I think that's about it, folks. So stand by for my final thoughts on this chassis. Right before giving you my final thoughts, forgot to mention you got a thumb rest right here. I like that. It comes with two of them if you're left-handed, or you like to put, your left hand when you're not holding the bag there, put your thumb there. It has this tape here. It comes with it. You don't need it, but that's a reference tape. Let you know where your index finger is when you're shooting, so you know where it's at. And also it has this hole right here. So if you have one of these triggers, you can adjust. You probably won't have to take the chassis off. All right. So overall is very nice chassis. Feels solid. Time will tell. And I'll give you a look when I put the Bergara B14 action in here and see what it looks like. And then we'll take it to the range this weekend and see if it functions well, feeding and extracting and all those things. Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoy it. Pardon my coconut accent and my senile status. So, as always, have fun, be safe, and God bless. See you downrange.